So here's my 1985 Buick Regal T-Type that I painted in the garage. That's what those videos are for. It turned out pretty good. I never finished sanding it. I don't know if it'll come up. You see the little, well, there's some orange peel, but besides that, there's some nibs and dust and bugs I got in the paint. So it's not a perfect paint job. Actually, one spot that just, I think it was a little bit of contamination is right here. See those weird like bubbles? I never tried to sand it out. It might be able to sand out. I tried to spray some extra paint in there when I noticed it happening, so that it's a little thicker, so hopefully I can sand it out. But yeah, this is the very first paint job I've ever done. This is single stage paint. It's not base coat, clear coat, it's single stage. I took this car down to bare metal, which is a big job in itself. The windshield moldings I did not install yet, so it looks kind of shitty because of that. Same thing with, there's some that go for the drip rail, and they go over here too. You probably could see a little bit of like a masking line and whatnot, because this is supposed to be covered, so I didn't really prep it as good as I could have. There's a ding that I missed when I was doing the body work. It's hard to see. That's the pole in the reflection. It's a pretty good sized ding actually, right in the corner. But overall I can't complain. The only part of the paint job that I did finish sand was here. And I have a little scratch that I put in there, right around there, on accident when I was finished sanding. But overall, I'm pretty damn happy with it. I mean, that's like a mirror. Pretty good shape paint job. And it's not that clean right now. Although I cleaned it 2 days ago, it's black, and yeah, I gotta like vacuum up here still. So this is 85 Buick Regal T-Type. I missed a bunch of dings on the hood too, but again, I can't really complain because it wasn't supposed to be a show car anyways. So anyways, this is an 85 Buick Regal T-Type. It's one trim level under a Grand National, which means it came in other colors compared to Grand Nationals, which were only black. This you could get in different colors: white, blue, red, black. Also came with chrome bumpers. Sometimes these headlight trim pieces could be chrome. I think that they used to be chrome on this car and someone painted it. I mean, or it's from a different car, like maybe from a junkyard, and they just painted it because it was supposed to be black. But some of them look pretty damn sharp with different trim levels or different like color packages and whatnot. So anyways, since this is a 1985, it's considered a hot air car, which means that there's no intercooler, so it doesn't make as much power in factory form. But this is done up a bit. This is definitely, it should definitely be faster than a stock 86, 87 intercooled car. This is a TA33 turbo, so it's a larger turbo. It should be about twice the CFM of the old turbo, which the old turbo is right here. It's a tiny little one. And this has an up pipe, a bigger air intake. That's about it. It's running on E85, so that makes a huge difference with these hot air cars. It's got 80-pound fuel injectors in it. It's got a DW300 pump, which is Dash It Works, I believe it's called, is the brand, which is hot wired. It's got a chip burnt for the setup. I don't have a downpipe. I did have one that I bought and I was going to put it on, but it was so tight I was like, screw it. So anyways, I got a cutout right down here that it is uncapped still. So anyways, I just kind of merged it with the factory exhaust. There's no cat though. I used epoxy primer, and it's literally, I didn't prep the frame, okay, and I didn't expect it to stick over dirt and dust and whatnot, but epoxy primer is no joke. It's really good stuff. I mean, I could show you other parts of the car that I didn't prep. I didn't, wax and grease remove, and yet it stuck Can't see in there. It's stuck to dirty parts of, you know, behind the wheel wells and whatnot. So, currently this car, the engine does have an issue. It runs and drives. It has like a little ticking noise after it's warmed up, and after I get on it a little bit, I hear a ticking noise from the bottom end. So it's on borrowed time. I have an engine at the machine shop right now that's going to be, you know, fully built, forged rotating assembly stroker, custom pistons, a little bit higher compression. It's going to be like 9.5 to 1 compared to the stock compression of 8 to 1. And it's going to obviously have I'm actually going to convert it to intercooled because I'm not going to spend a ton of money on the engine and then, you know, have the possibility of, you know, having more likely to detonate if I push it, since you know, without an intercooler, the air going into the engine would be really hot. Even though it's on E85, and right now this works fine with this smaller turbo. I mean, I'm running like 24 psi of boost, and it's completely good. I could probably go a little bit higher, maybe, but you know, I'm not gonna take the risk with like a built engine that I spent a lot of money on. So it's gonna be converted to intercooled because I just want to make the most power I can anyways, which you're gonna get a little more power with the intercooler, I would imagine. So that's, I guess, it. Got some drag radials on it. Fastest it ran in the 1/8 mile, but I didn't change the rear brake cylinder, so I can't really build a ton of boost off the line. The fastest it ran was like an 8.6. I think maybe an 8.5 in the 1/8, which was like with a 1.6 60 foot, and this still has stock valve springs. It's only pulling to like 4,500. It kind of falls off. The power falls off a little bit up top because, you know, usually you put valve springs on these cars. So, yeah, I mean, this same guy had this pretty much almost same setup, except for he had a downpipe. I mean, he was almost, I think he was in the 11s in the quarter, but, you know, this isn't optimized the best it could be. And like I said, this engine's a little bit hurt, but I still drive it here and there until that new engine is completely finished. I'm going to drive it around and until it lets go, I guess. You know, because I could still drive it right now and have fun and get on it, and it sounds great with the cutout. Driving with the cutout, it's not overly loud. It is kind of loud, but you hear the turbo a ton more, which is, you know, pretty fun. So anyways, that's this car. I painted it myself, and hopefully it's a lot quicker once I'm done with the new engine. So thanks.